Hey guys, this is Empress Shay Shay and Starseed, but I just want to say this. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for like, sharing, and subscribing. And on my other videos that I just did, What's the Tea? It was a channeled message, and that's the reason why I really wasn't showing the cards because I really wasn't relying on the cards. But anyway, you guys hit the like button as you come through. But it was three cards that kind of caught my eye and my attention and my spirit with the message that we had. It was rebirth, healing, and transformation. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do a video about that because it was in my spirit. I don't want to do a long video. I'm going to have to watch the time frame on it because I don't want to have to do two videos again, part one and two. But I'm not sure of how many transformations we go through in life. But I feel as if we go through a few of them, depending on what your situation is. Oh, this sucks. Hold up. I use my computer for the light, but I have to cut the volume off. Okay, but we go through a lot of transformations in life. I can just speak on my situation. And it does, it's a catalyst for rebirth. Okay, you will have a rebirth during your transformation. That's all connected, plus healing. And it caught my eye because these are the things that I went through. These were my common denominators to get me where I'm at today. And I just want to give a message to you guys and say, I can't tell you how your healing is going to take place or what your healing is going to entail. My healing took place with a lot of crying. I went through a lot of crying spells. I didn't know what they were. Okay, until I started praying and asking God, like, okay, why am I crying like this? To be honest, I thought it was menopause, and something triggered in me, which I'm not gonna say some spirit triggered in me, and gave me knowledge that I was going through a rebirth, and crying is very healing to the soul, the spirit, the mind, the body. Okay. I think things that, this is just my opinion again, I think things that we go through, like I went through death of children. I went through certain things in my life with relationships that transformed me and had me to have a rebirth. Okay? But again, I didn't acknowledge it until after the healing process was actually over. So I'm just wanting to encourage you guys. It's nothing wrong with being sad. It's nothing wrong with crying, depending upon your situation now. Because I'm here to tell you there is a rainbow on the other side. Okay? And I'm letting you know that is a transformation when you are crying and sad. You know, again, depending upon your situation or what occurred in your life. Because sometimes people have tragedy, or like I said, they go through a divorce or a bad relationship, or, you know, we still make not so good choices in our lifetime, no matter how old you are, because we're still learning. And that's where the rebirth comes in at. But again, I think we transform, or we can transform many times in our life. But I think your major transformation comes from knowing the person that you truly are. I think if you learn the lesson, you don't have to have so many transformations. Again, that's just my opinion. But it's hard to go through healing. And sometimes we have to go so far as back as our childhood in order to heal. Like when I was healing, I started thinking about things because I never really lived in Houston. My husband used to be military, and I started thinking of things from when I was in Florida, and I started remembering people names that I had met at a random church I wasn't even a member at, you know. And I'm like, what in the hell? I even called one of my girlfriends. I was like, why am I remembering such horrible things? She was like, Sharon, you going through a healing. And I was like, what? So that's why I came on today, because I'm not kidding you. I thought I was losing it. I thought I was losing my noodles. And I'm like, well, maybe it's menopause because I'm getting older. No, you're going through a healing. And depending upon what spirituality you in, or who what your religion is, or who you pray to, it's best to go to that religion or that spirituality, because that's going to be your direction as to how long you heal, how well you heal, and what you're healing from. God is going to, or whoever you pray to, is going to let you know what type of transformation you're going through and what is your next step, a stage in life. I think about the song by Ray Charles. We go through stages. Life is stages. Something like that he said. And that just came to my mind. Because life is stages. I wouldn't even say transformation. I would say we go through life in stages. I love that song. Because it's certain stages of our life that we go through, that God allows us to go through. And at the time we're thinking, oh my God, what in the hell? This pain is so horrible. I'm telling you, pain is, oh my God, trust me. But I'm here to tell you there is a light at the end of that tunnel. You will heal from whatever pain you are experiencing. May it be depression, may it be bipolar, schizophrenia. Spirit just put it on my mind. Mental illness is serious. We're losing a lot of people due to mental illness in jail systems, the prisons, the school systems want to write people off because of their bad behavior, or or say that they violent and things of that nature when they having a mental illness. A lot of parents don't want to acknowledge their kids' mental illness. So, not trying to sound sporadic or sound like I'm getting off one subject to another, but when I speak spirit. I channel with spirit. Whatever download I get, I try to say it, and I just let it come out. Basically, it's not pre-staged. I'm just letting you know. So, spirit wants me to talk on mental illness for whatever reason. This message is helping someone. Don't be ashamed or afraid of your mental illness. Okay? See, I came on to speak about healing and rebirth and transformation, but Spirit is telling me to speak on mental illness. Okay? I'm very familiar with that. My kids suffer from that. A couple of my kids suffer from mental illness. And I have anxiety. Okay? I have anxiety. I'm letting the world know that. I have anxiety. And probably have PTSD from everything I've been through. Okay? So I'm not ashamed of that. I live in my truth. I had somebody to tell me, I'm not going to mention their name, but please stop saying people doing dark magic on you. People laugh at me because I'm living in my truth right now. And God told me they would laugh at me. I would lose a lot of people because they think, oh, you something is mentally wrong with you. And that made me think, okay, what if I really was suffering with depression? Because I went through depression when I lost my son. Okay, that was harsh words to say. Okay, because a lot of people can't come out, and I'm saying that because of this. A lot of people are afraid to come out and say, I have a mental illness. Or when they're in relationships, they run because they feel like they're not good enough, because I may have a drug addiction, or I may have a mental illness that she's not going to put up with, or they're going to laugh at me, or things of that nature. When people are different, we should stop and think, what makes them different? We all are not the same. We would be clones if we was all the same and had the same reaction and everything. What makes us thinking we're better than anybody else? That's not fair. What is sanity? What is the real definition of sanity? We may all be freaking insane. Okay? But sometimes God or the universe will put a person in your life that has dealt with situations to assist you in whatever you're going through. So my message to you guys is that don't be afraid to live in your truth and say who you are and get help for your situation, because a lot of people that has mental illness go to drugs. They have hidden drug addictions that they don't want to tell anybody about. They have here like crack, cocaine, pills, meth. You know, we have to influence or be, I wouldn't say be an influencer because we can't tell you what to do, but we have to really listen. And that used to be my problem. I didn't used to listen. My kids said, Mom, you don't listen. And I was like, you know what? Not until I got a job, and they was telling me I got a job, long story, and they were like, Sharon, you got to listen. And you're right, I wasn't listening. I was hearing what was coming to me, but I really wasn't listening. So now I actually listen. Because when you listen, you may be the last person that person need to talk to before committing suicide or before taking them pills or doing whatever they do. Okay? So that's my message to you guys. Allow the healing to take place. It may hurt. You may have to go back to childhood. You may go back and have to forgive your parents, your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, or whoever. Because all of our parents are stuck in their ways and they think my way is the highway, my way or the highway. I get that. But as we get older, we are to find our own paths. And that's where your transformation and your rebirth comes in at. I hope I made sense, but I'm going to tell you, if I'm not making sense, it's because I get downloads from spirit, like I said. But I had that on my mind very heavily. So I wanted to put that message out there. Okay? Live in your own truth. Because you never know who has been put in place to help you through your situation. I don't know what's making me say this. You know, it's just a message that I'm getting from Spirit. So I hope that this helped someone out there, and I hope this can save someone. Okay? You guys have a good day.